I was told to speak about the names of the last 4 letters in the Iunu myth before we go any further. So in part 2 of each one, we'll look into the spelling of their names in hieroglyphs. And since most of us are not too familiar with hieroglyphs, I wanted to give a few pointers on how they work. Symbols are the language of sacred art, and they speak to the intuitive right side of the brain, which can entertain multidimensional concepts at the same time without any contradictions. Images are a very different way to communicate than words, which offer finite definitions of things, but symbols are the language of the spirit and speak directly to your heart. They require your active participation to understand their messages, and the hieroglyphs are a brilliant example of how this was used in the temple teaching. It works like this. When the ancient Egyptians show you something, they don't want you to think about the object you're looking at. They want you to look within yourself, to uncover the vital essence of that thing. What makes it unique and different from everything else in the creation? Because this information is already held in your innate consciousness. And once you've uncovered that, to look again and find exactly what it corresponds to within your own body and psyche. Because then you'll understand not only about the thing itself and how you are related to it, but also your greater connection to everything in the universe. Words are incredibly useful, but there's something you're taught, and they're processed by the mind and the ego. And all too often they can become labels that separate you from the object they refer to. For example, when you say, "That's a chair," there's you and there's the chair. You see what I mean? Once you've labeled it, you're completely detached from the label and don't feel any connection with it. Only when the heart becomes involved, there's a chance to drop the label and become emotionally connected to whatever it is. Like your child, your dog, or your house. All of these are living things in your eyes, and the hieroglyphs are also living things, or they can be when seen in the right way. All sacred art is alive, and this was symbolically realized in Egypt through the opening of the mouth ceremony, which was performed over not only mummies and coffins, but also all sacred works of art like sculpture and even the temples themselves, so that they could speak in the sacred language of symbols. So Osiris is up next, and we'll be looking at the hieroglyphs that make up his name in part 2. And now you have some new ways to relate to this sacred language, to open their mouths and let them speak to you. Your support is always welcome, so click the like and subscribe buttons and check out the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. And as ever, thank you for watching.